Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Dungeon Guru, and we are playing Kingdom Death. In the last episode, we just finished taking down the lion. We did unfortunately lose Illidan, and he will be missed. However, we got a lot of resources, and we need to leverage those resources now into advantage for our people. So we will be beginning uh, kind of the return home process here. So I always keep this thing handy. I think it does a pretty good job of outlining exactly what we need to do. All right, so heal, remove tokens. Oops, that's not what I want. So I'm going to reset injuries everywhere, except for, well, I guess I'll do it, but he is dead. So we'll have to find another brave uh, survivor. Okay. So we will gain endeavors. In this case, we will only gain 3 because we did not return with all 4 survivors. We will update the timeline, draw a settlement card, and resolve it. And then trigger any story or settlement cards. Okay, so we come here, put that back down. We're going to mark this, and then we're going to resolve a settlement event and then the story event. So the first thing we're going to do is grab the settlement event. We're going to give it a little shuffle. We're going to take the top one. Lights in the sky. This is a good settlement event. It largely does not hurt us. However, it doesn't really do anything else for us, but uh, a spectacular light show erupts against the limitless darkness above. Swirling, vivid trails streak overhead. They lift everyone's spirits. And so it creates the lingering effect, which is only for this settlement phase, where the settlement's collective imagination is set aflame. After rolling for any endeavor, you may add rather, 1 or 2 to the result. So this is very good, but it's just um, we normally would get like additional things we could do, but we don't because we don't have graves, we don't have face painting, and we don't have inner lantern. But we may change that. So we're going to keep this here. That's very important, and we will be using that in the future. And after having resolved the settlement event, we will move on to resolve the story event, which is Endless Screams. So let us go to content, come here, and where am I looking? Endless Screams. Okay. Let's look at the art. Nope. Let's look at the artwork first. That's pretty cool. I love this line work. I think it's really cool. Okay. Endless screams. A scream pierces the silence around the settlement. As the noise fades, a chorus of horror rises up in answer. The settlement erupts into chaos, trying to comprehend the source of the terrible wail. You may now hunt the screaming antelope. Add it to the quarry list on the survivor record sheet or the settlement record sheet. Nominate a single survivor to stand amidst the madness. They gain +1 courage and they become the voice of reason. And the voice of reason will in turn roll on this table. So this person is going to gain 1 courage and then have to roll on this table. So no permanent injuries, you know. Valier's a rageaholic. That's not great, but I think I'm going to have Uther do this, and we'll see what happens. So he is going to gain +1 courage for this. Where is it? There it is. And the voice of reason. Actually, do I want to add this in quotes? Yeah, I think so. That's fine. Cool. Uther, the voice of reason, is going to roll a d10 and see what we get. A 2. That's not great. Okay. The survivor's face turns pale, and the courage drains from their eyes. Without hesitation, the survivor turns on their heels and dashes for the darkness. Sadly, their foot catches a stone face and they fall face first onto the floor. The survivor loses one courage and suffers the shattered jaw, severe head injury. Okay, so, well, we lost our courage. And we now have the shattered jaw, which is a severe injury. It's over here. And I think it just means that you cannot consume, be affected by events that consume, and I can no longer encourage. Okay. So, we'll add a little double quote there to highlight the fact that that didn't go so well for him. We do have the shattered jaw, and so that means encourage is it's going to be a nope. Well, we haven't even unlocked it yet, but when we do, Uther won't be able to use it. He's got a shattered jaw. So that's a little unfortunate, but that's how it goes. He's not dead, which is honestly that's all you can really ask for in this game. Okay. So we have done these things. Now we need to update the death count. Okay, death count. Come here. We will update it for the very first time. Updating that for the first time will, now we're going to check milestones, and that is a milestone. It should say something here somewhere. Yeah, first death. Okay, so we did that. First death count is updated. Now we have to go to the principal death. Okay, so we're going to choose another very important aspect of our society. We're going to find out what we do with our dead. Okay, so the group must choose what to do with their first survivor corpse. Choose one. The first harvest. The settlement decides to harvest the body for resources. The settlement gains. The principal cannibalize. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it in the settlement record sheet. After adding the card to the settlement, roll a d10. Some stuff happens. Or the first grave. The settlement decides to build a small monument to mark their loss. The settlement gains the death principal graves. Find the card, put it on the settlement board, roll a dice for an event. Okay. So now that is going to be in here. So graves. All new survivors gain 1 understanding. When a survivor dies during the hunt or the showdown, we gain 2 endeavors, and when they die during the settlement, we gain 1 endeavor. It's pretty good. And cannibalize, which is much tastier, gives us 1 more survival limit, and whenever a survivor dies, we draw 1 basic resource and add it to the settlement storage. I think I'm gonna do graves, because I like that more. Okay, so now we have protect the young, we have graves. Now, it is important to know, or to distinguish rather, that this is an innovation, but these are principles and not innovations. So, we did pick the first grave, so we're going to grab a dice and see what happens. It's a 6, which is nominate a survivor. With tears in their eyes, the survivor takes a shard of rock from the grave and marks themselves with it. They cherish this mark forever. The survivor gains 1 permanent luck. That is quite good. 1 luck is pretty dang good. So I think we need to think about who we're going to give that luck to. Now that is a toughie. Has to be somebody we have right now. We need to erase Illidan. He gone. All right. So, well, it's tough. I kind of wish I could have done their hunt events first. Maybe I could have. Maybe I could wait. That's a little gamey. I could wait and resolve each one of their ages and see, you know, if anybody's going to be shaping up to be very powerful. Or we can take the narrative approach. Illidan died. I think Valeera was Illidan's mother. I'm going to give it to Illidan, or to Valeera rather. Oh, she already has 1 evasion too. But she's a rage-holic. And this is really not good, because anytime she takes a severe injury, she's going to get the brain trauma. Frenzy. It does fit narratively, though. Like, you know. Because Arthas didn't go on the hunt. I think the parents were Arthas and Valeera. I think. Because I capped their survival out. All right, well that's enough for me. I'll say that it was indeed Valeera who took and cherished the stone from the grave of Illidan, her son. Okay, now we're going to resolve the event's age. And this is kind of the representation, no spoilers, don't look at this. This is the representation of the survivors getting older, getting stronger, more acquainted with this life. Okay. So we're going to grab, for everybody that aged up from Hunt Experience, which is going to be Uther, Tyrande, and Valeera, we're going to grab 2 dice, we're going to roll them, and we're going to see what we get. So, a little shimmy shake. And 11, I'm going in left to right order if that's not clear, is 1 random fighting art, okay? We'll give this guy a shuffle, and we get, I don't even know what this is. Tumble. Let's just put it right there. Okay. And it looks like when something would collide with you, roll a d10. On a 6, you tumble out of harm's way. Okay. Well, that probably may come up at some point. All right. Grab 2 dice again, and this one's going to be for Tyrande. Give him a little shimmy shake. And a 13. So the most common thing to get is the fighting art, so. And here we get Rhythm Chaser. On arrival, gain +1 evasion token, and when you're knocked down, if you don't have an instrument, which we can't have yet, it requires the drums innovation, then you remove all of your +1 evasion tokens. Don't like that. Rhythm Chaser cannot be used if there's any heavy gear in your grid. Okay. Well, that's fine. Pretty cool one. +1 evasion, it's not bad. Oops. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. I guess F can flip it. Flip the whole thing. Okay. Now, 2 dice. This one's Valeera. Big money, no whammy. 9. It's a fighting heart. Fighting heart's the most common, if that's not exceedingly clear. Tumble. Man, I already got that. I wanted like something new and cool. Oh well. Okay, well, maybe tumble will be really cool and useful in the future. And we're going to unassign the survivor and unassign the sheet, and we're going to scrap Illidan's sheet. Goodbye. Well, he is dead. Now, I guess we can just sub in Arthas. Whee! Perhaps emboldened by the loss of his child. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's all my ages. Not that great, if we're gonna be honest. The +1 luck is not bad though. Okay, I think that's all of our big stuff. I do need to mark that. Oh, I need to say we have the bone smooth, the skinner, the organ grinder, and we have the Caterium. We have them all. We have taken graves and protect the young, and we can hunt the antelope. Okay. So now we are in the develop stage, and this is pretty much where we can do all of our normal kind of things. So, one thing I like to try and do if I can, maybe not the first year, but every other year, is try and innovate. Now, innovation is going to cost us an organ, a bone, and a hide, right? So, we have an organ and a bone and a hide. So I think I'm going to spend those to innovate, and that will go there. And we're going to draw, we're going to shuffle this. We're going to draw 2 of these. We're going to get 1. Okay, hobble's not bad, but paint's pretty dang good. Paint gives us dash. Dash seems helpful. I think we're going to take paint. Okay. So we'll do that. And then we have to look through here and add the paint consequences, which I think are what? Pictograph and another one that I don't remember. Pictograph. Face painting. Yep. Okay. All right. So we take these. Okay. So I did notice this issue. Okay, that was odd. But I think we're good. Okay. Give them a shuffle. Okay. We have 2 endeavors left. 2 endeavors left. To protect the young. We don't have a love juice. I think we're gonna attempt to augury. I think we're gonna try it. Let's do it with Uther. So I'm gonna choose Uther as the target for the augury. And if you're not sure where that's happening, it's happening right here. It's an endeavor action under the organ grinder. So let's do it. Let's see what I got. Okay, 6 would normally just be +1 survival, but we have to remember, the key to this game is remembering the settlement's collective imagination is set aflame. After rolling for any endeavor, of which this is, we may add 1 or 2 to the result, so I can take the 6, bump it to an 8, thus triggering intimacy. So we're gonna get back to intimacy. Here we are. And since we are protect the young, we're gonna take 2 dice, and we'll take the better of those 2, and I did just spend this. So, okay, goodbye. All right, who is this gonna be? Who needs some survival? I think Tyrande needs some survival, and I think Uther needs some survival if they're going to be the ones to go out on the hunt again. So I will say this is Tyrande and Uther. Okay, I can take the greater. I can just pick one. So 9 is way better than 3. And I don't see any reason. Okay, yep. So I'm going to take the 9. And yeah. I mean, man, if I had taken the hovel, which I had the option to, could have gotten a savior. But, oh well. We do get twins, which is nice. Okay, and that was Uther and Tyrande. So, we need to add 2 people. How about we add Galthas and Sylvanus. I don't know how to spell it, but that's okay. And actually, these are the children. They will have +1 understanding because they can look and reflect at the graves. Oops, understanding even to see what has come before. Okay. That's great. And oh, they don't gain any survival. Oh well. And I think I'll do Uther and yeah, 10. Okay. That triggers intimacy. So we'll do well, I'm gonna do all Uther for the Augury, and then I'm gonna do these 2 again. 4, and I can boost that to a 6. And we need 1 more Kel'Thuzad. Male +1 understanding. Okay. Wonderful. Well, I need to figure out. I thought that Q, but I think it's Alt E that sets that down. It's not Q for some reason. Okay, so this brings us to 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 13 survivors, and when I reach a population of 15, I will choose a society principle. Okay. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do with all these resources. And okay, so you have been chosen, and you guys are in there. Okay. And you're in there. So I think I want a bow. I have so few bones, but a sinew and that's a, I'm going to use, okay, come on, you can do it. I'm going to use that as a bone. That's going to make the bow, because I need a ranged weapon. And I personally love the bow. I take it pretty much every game. So the bow, we'll talk about the gear. I'm just gonna, the bow's a ranged weapon, if that's not obvious. The golden whiskers. See, I need another bone though. Like, I would like to make the golden whiskers and make the harp. I don't have the bones. I can discard mood cards, and then all survivors gain survival. I mean, it's pretty good, but like I need I need to make weapons. I have one weapon right now. 1, 2, the Founding Stone. Founding Stone doesn't count. It's not great. So, and I only have one other bone. And I don't have what it takes to make that bone into a weapon. Because I would either need the great cat bones. I would really not mind making Katars, but I don't have a lion claw. And I can't take that bone and make it into the lion helm. So I guess I'm gonna make it into a bone axe. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna take this organ. And this is gonna become a bone axe. Bone axe. I like the bone axe. I think a lot of people don't like it, but I actually think it's pretty cool. All right. Now I have so much hide. So much hide. There is a part of me that wants to see if I can't get... Let's look at this. So I can maybe... Like, I'd have to save it. I couldn't make it right now. Get +1 movement. I would love to make a cat eye circlet. That lets you kind of prune the hit location deck, which is really nice. 15 pounds +1 accuracy, not bad. Oops. Oh. Let's take a look at this. I just want to remind myself. Gain +1 speed and +2 strength when attacking with daggers or katars. And it takes white fur and hide. So I could make the skirt and the gloves or the I can make the coat. Can't make the gloves. I can make the coat, the skirt, or the boots. I can make 2 of these, I think. I could make skirt, coat, boots. Okay, so that could be like doot and doot. Hide, hide, hide. Okay, so maybe like something like that, right? Those 2 things could make me 2 gear. Because I have a full set of leather. I think I would take the coat. And probably the boots. Yeah, see with these 2, let me just verify that. Coat and boots. Coat, boots, yeah, because I already have the skirt. So we're gonna start getting another person geared up here. So okay, that's that. I have a hide, a golden whiskers, a shimmering mane, and a broken lantern. So with the shimmering mane, I could make the lion headdress, which is an accessory for the helmet, for the head spot that gives you +1 armor. Or it's too hide. I'm gonna take it. Let's go. Okay, that's gonna leave me with these 2 things, and we'll just throw these in storage. Okay, thank you. Yes, that's great. I don't think it's faster to do it that way, but it is a lot easier for me personally. Okay, put all these things together. I'm going to take this huge stack and put them over there. Now I'm going to take this huge stack and put it here. I'm going to shuffle that, and I'm going to make sure that I see. Okay, so the same thing happened. Interesting. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, so I just stacked the golden main. Oh, wait, no, I didn't put the shimmering main there. So I can't verify my fix. Let's see. Hold on. What was the one item in there? The tail? The sinew's in there. Okay, I guess it's fine. Alright, never mind. I take it all back. It works. Okay, let's take these things. And now we need to figure out what we're going to do with them. So, do. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think I'm going to take this here. Take the lion headdress. Take the boots. Put the axe on. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's fine. Okay. You're going to get... Not great. Maybe I don't even want to take Arthas. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah, you just get that stone? Oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry. Tyrande. You got nothing. Alright, well, I mean, it is what it is. I think that's kind of the best we can do. Okay, so let's count out our armor here. I'm going to have one on the head. One on the head. Oh, wow. Okay, two there. Two there. Two there. Is that right? Two. Oh, wait, no, I only made two. I don't have, oh, one on the waist, right? Because I have my old set. I have nothing on the hands. Not great. You just have one there. You just have one there, but you have a bow, so that's fine. And you have two. Okay. All right. And when you depart, you're going to go 2. Just getting everything set. You already have two. You're going to arrive and get one. That's an important distinction. You have one already, but you're not going to get to two, probably. Okay. Ooh, that was a doozy. I feel like this part of the game is it's a little tough at first, because you can kind of it's easy to be overwhelmed by the number of choices that you have. So I do need to take you out of there. Uther is still going to be this model. And Valeera is still going to be... Valeera might not be that model. Tyrande is still going to be that model. So I don't think I've left the table yet, but let's... Oh wait, I don't think I have to actually. I think I brought them over. Let's stay at the table then. Let's look around. What do we got here? Do I not have... Hold on a second. That's Screaming Antelope stuff. I don't know. Leave the table. So this is why it's more of a simulator. It's because you actually have to walk around and stuff. Let's see. I think that's the Phoenix armor up there. What we got? Ah, here we go. Here we go. All right. Yeah, give me that. And give me that. Okay. Get these two minis. Come over here. Sit down. Place them right there. We don't have a spear yet, but you're going to become Valeera. Or I can just use this one because it actually has an axe. That seems fine. Okay, so I need to unassign survivor. Yeah. And assign that. So now that's Valeera, that's Tyrande. This is still Uther. Whoopsie. And Arthur. No. Oh yeah, that is Arthas. Arthas, who really doesn't. Arthas has the bow? What? I mean, I guess. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, I almost feel like Tyrande should. I don't. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I doing? I'm going crazy. I need to switch that. I just need to switch the weapon. Arthas can go in calm. I mean, but jeez, yeah, it's just bad. Bad all the way around. Hmm. Arthas. Need a character with the bow. Alright, we'll just bring you back for Arthas. Ding. Okay. I'm surprised there's not one with the bow. Oh well. Okay. So that is going to be our hunting party. We have done everything. We are indeed ready to depart. We've archived all the resources and we are ready to end the settlement phase. So we're going to stop there. In the next video, we will do the hunt. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. I really